You know, people are talking about you, man. They were talking about you back then when you were a champion, and right now. I actually heard that you also. I read this on an MMA thread that you just came back from Canada training a certain MMA fighter for striking, boxing.
You know what? I've been training Cub Swanson for the past 3 years. And I'm going to tell you something. His last 3 fights have been knockouts. Okay? And all 3 knockouts were spectacular. The point where the last 2, he got knockout of the night. He got $65,000 bonuses. Okay? And that was 2. And the third one, he should have got it. They gave it to somebody else that didn't quite deserve it. But otherwise, to me, that guy has 3 knockouts, consecutive knockouts in a row, and all 3 knockouts were knockouts of the night. He deserved his bonuses for every time.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Being around the MMA people in the UFC, you know, I see a different environment, and I'm starting to like that environment more than the boxing world. All the people, all the strikers, all the jiu-jitsu guys, you know, they want to learn boxing. But they want to learn boxing for their sport, you know, not for boxing, not for this drama sport of boxing. They want to learn boxing for their MMA boxing, for their MMA sport. And you know what? Don't be surprised if one day you don't see me in the boxing world anymore and you see me in the MMA, you know, because, over there, you know, if they treat you good, you go to where they treat you better.
I've seen Bernard Hopkins teaching, you know, tactics to Rashad Evans before, and I've seen how well, you know, because a lot of guys who are champions already, they you know, they're kind of like maybe too egotistical or too big, you know, or too proud to take, you know, somebody else's constructive criticism or, you know, their expertise. And I just seen how well he took it and how much respect he gave Bernard Hopkins.
I know Greg Jackson. Greg Jackson, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, from New Mexico, yeah.
From New Mexico.
Trains Condit, trains John Jones.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I met him a few years ago, and you know what? Being around him, he has invited me over to his house, to his gym, and I told him that I was gonna have a couple of weeks rest where I can come over, and he says, you know what? It will be a pleasure for you to come over and you know, and teach me some of the boxing so I can teach you my. I said, you know what? I'll teach you whatever you want. You know, I know there's trainers out there that they don't want to teach what they know, but you know what? I'm not like that. I like to teach what I know. If it benefits somebody, I'm happy. I'm happy that I can pass it on to somebody that is going to use it. Is going to use it in a good cause. And you know what? I met John Jones, a great guy. We were in the same dressing room in Canada. Great kid. He reminds me a lot of Tim Bradley. The same, real humble, real playful, good charisma. And you know, I was talking to him for a while, and then he came to the room. He was in our room for a while. You know, he has a great boxing skills, and he was, as a matter of fact, Cub Swanson told him, hey, if you ever want to work some boxing, you know, hey, Joel can help you. You know, and he said, really? So yeah, you know, I'll think about it because he heard that. But he's interested in, you know, a little bit of boxing, and I'll be more than happy to.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's known for his kicks, his elbows. He's not really known for his striking. I think if he incorporated a little bit of your technique into his game, oh man, look out, heavyweights. That guy, he's right now he's already the king of the division he has. You know, some people say he has nothing left at that division. He might as well move up. And if he moves up, I hope he takes you with him, because that would be an explosive combination.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, right now we have after this last fight in Canada, that puts us up against another fight in the UFC. Hopefully, sometime before the end of the year, or not early next year. And then, you know, like I said, I'm getting closer and closer to the people, and I'm finding my way into that sport. And you know, I can always have my options open. You know.
Right.
And I like working. I like the sport. I love the sport. But you know, the business part of it is already you know, frustrating me, annoying me, and I'm just doing my thing. I come to the gym and I teach kids. I train them. You know, and just focus on my life, and that's it.
Yeah, there's politics and there's facts in everything you do, in tennis, in soap operas, at my job, at your job, and it's just it's just the rule of life. That's the way it's going to be. I mean, we're not going to change it. No matter how important we are. I think it's the promoters themselves, the people with say so, who have to make the call and step up, for the sport of boxing. This was known as a prestigious sport. When you came to boxing, you wore suits, and you see guys with tuxedos and live bands and stuff like that. Now it's you got a bunch of guys wearing baseball hats and big chains, and star power is taking over.
Your DJ has only just begun.